I love having fresh greens out of the garden, so I take you along and give you a little update. It's huge. Well, hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry, and today I'm gonna bring you along for a little garden tour update, fails, revitalizing. I don't know. I've had a lot going on in the garden. I still do, but I have some successes and some failures, and I wanted to share it. I'm not a master gardener by any means. I don't pretend to be one here on YouTube either, but I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to grab some salad. I have some greens out there. I'm going to make myself a really delicious salad with strawberries and blueberries tonight, and I thought, you know, perfect opportunity. I worked out there for several hours, and I thought, you know, I'm just gonna take you outside and let you see the progress that has happened since the last time I brought you along for a huge updated garden tour. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's see what we got. I'm super excited. We got a little breeze, so hopefully you can hear me okay. It's beautiful out, absolutely beautiful. So let's go down to the garden. So I actually planted several things, and today, okay, I have cilantro and basil, but I also planted some dill seeds and some, what is the other one? Oh, and a parsley that you can harvest pretty quickly. So that's in there. I'll water that in here in a minute. I'm out here to water, but I thought, oh, I'm just going to take you out for a tour. So the garlic is doing amazing. I don't have any scapes yet. So no scapes. I have shallots. Look at these shallots. I'm excited. I'm going to have delicious shallots. Like over here, that one, that's got some size to it. So I've never grown shallots before. This is the first year, so I'm super excited about it because they're kind of spendy. I got a wagon full of soil. I rehabbed in here, and I actually am going to rehab a little bit more of that sage. But green beans. Okay, so I planted pole beans all down here. Okay, down along the trellis, or where I'm going to trellis them up. And this is the only one I see. That's it. That's it. So these are bush beans, and I'll move those. I did put down some food, garden veggie safe and flower safe slug bait, because one of them got nipped off down here, and that was a slug right there, right at the, just snip them off and then you don't have a plant. But there's another one coming up. So some of them are trying to come up. I just have to be patient, I guess. So I replanted, though, all along the edge there. I replanted pole beans. And I went and bought new seeds. The seeds I had apparently weren't viable. This is a pickling cucumber. There's 3 of them in there. And, ooh, look at the asparagus. Holy moly, I have eaten asparagus and enjoyed it. And now I'm letting a lot of these go to seed, which you're supposed to do. I'll still be able to pick a couple of these. I'll pick this big one and leave the skinny one to go to seed. There's another one over there that I'll probably pick. This one back in there. Why don't, it's gonna give me a blur on the camera, but I'm sure you can see it back there. Anyway, another batch of cucumber. I'm gonna let that just go ahead and do its thing. Guess I should put, this is the slug bait. It's garden safe. Okay, that's what I use. I use around fruits, vegetables, fruit trees, all that, because we do get them. So the leek bed, I'm gonna have to just get a shovel spade and get in here, because these things are in there, and they went to seed. As you can see, the big seed pods up here. They're tough. They're not salvageable. I picked so many and used so many in soups and casseroles, so I don't feel bad. Some of these thinner ones, maybe I'll be able to salvage and use. I really wanted to get in there and dehydrate them, but I wasn't quick enough. I'm sorry. Okay, and then I have my pepper bed. These are spicy Anaheims. I've got jalapenos, serranos, and what's that one? That one's a Spitfire, yeah. Serranos, jalapenos, pretty much all of this except for this one in the corner. I lost one, so I replaced it with a red bell, and this is a red bell here too. So, and over here, this bed, I planted it, nothing came up. So I replanted it. That whole bed is French breakfast radishes now. We'll see in a couple of days. Patio tomato, blueberry bush, and look at all the little blueberries that are on here. I don't know if you can see that, but they're all there. They're gonna, this little cascading blueberry bush does awesome. It winters over in that pot. It does amazing. So this is what I came out to pick. I have butter lettuce and Swiss chard, and I really want butter lettuce in with my spinach and my Swiss chard. I'll just pick a couple of leaves. You don't need much. Yeah, if you pick, you know, one or two of these bigger ones, you're good to go in the salad. It adds a really nice depth of flavor. These are little red cabbages. They're starting to form their little heads. And rosemary and Italian flat leaf parsley. So that other parsley that I planted from seed today, it's harvestable within 40 days, it says. So garlic, of course. No garlic scapes over here either. And then I believe, I want to say these are shallots, but they're not forming like the other shallots down there. So maybe not. Maybe it's garlic. I don't know. They're all bunched together, so I'm not sure what that is all about. But that's all garlic. And these are giant blueberries. These are really big blueberries, but look at how the branches are really loaded. So this is the only one that's not really super loaded with them, but again, I hope you can hear me. And I did right here in the front. There's no reason not to plant something. So I put some Swiss chard down, and we'll have Swiss chard there. And after the blueberries are done, hey, we'll still be enjoying something. See all those clusters? It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. And then this bed, I put seed tape down, and I really swear that it wasn't coming up, and I was gonna dig it all up and replant today. But then I was in here, and where is that? I saw a couple little green things popping up. Look at that. Right there, and that's on that tape. So they are trying. I'm gonna leave it alone. And down here, I have a little something. So I'm just gonna be patient. And these are tomatoes. There's cherry tomato, and then this is the Oregon Spring. They stay small and compact. That I will talk about in a second. These are all tomatoes that I started from seed, and these are supposed to be pretty compact little tomatoes, but early. And man, they just have a really stout little stem on them. I'm super happy. I planted them really deep. They're doing awesome. Even the one that I thought was gonna die, she's not dying. She's like, I'm here. So that little bed, I think all total I have 23 tomato plants. Okay, let's go see what I did today. I am super excited about this project. I've been wanting to do this for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. This was kind of an afterthought when I put this bed in, and it only ever had the front there to house that rhubarb. I just never felt like it got finished. I never felt like I could really do what I wanted to do, and I wanted 2 more rhubarb plants in there. Now I have the green variety. I'm having a hard time finding the red, but my neighbor has a red one, so I'll probably pull a slip. So I cleaned up my rhubarb plant, and it tried its hardest. It sent up several seed pods to bolt, but I think I stopped it at this point. but I put in a new one. This one's a little angry, but it's gonna be fine. It'll pop back. I put B12 in there and new soil, and I put the pressure treated wood along the fence, so I could backfill some really nice soil in here, and I actually could plant some other stuff right up front. But 2 new plants. I won't pick on them this year. I won't pick on you this year, but that one, I already have a bunch picked in the house, and I'll continue to pick as the season goes on. But I'm gonna make rhubarb sunshine juice. It's like a concentrate. I'm super excited. So that's happening tomorrow. I hope that you guys stay tuned for that, because it is going to be delicious. So that's my new rhubarb bed has been rehabbed, and I'm very, very happy with it. I put 8 bags of new soil and compost and steer manure and all of that in there to really make that a rich bed for them. Yum. I love rhubarb. And when I was digging the holes, that root has not extended over, so there's plenty of room. All right, let me turn you around, slow motion, and up we go. So the leek bed, once I get it cleaned out, that will be reserved for a crimson red rhubarb. And I'm gonna take no less than a slip off of my neighbor's this fall, because she has a beautiful red rhubarb plant, and I'll show you in the video when I do the juice. But this is definitely a good start to the garden season. So I'm gonna get myself some lettuce picked, and we're gonna enjoy. All right, guys, I hope that this inspires you to get outside, plant. You can do this in little pots. You don't need big containers. A lot of stuff can be done in a small container and in a small space. And yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go pick lettuce. I'll see you in the house. There's nothing better than fresh greens from the garden, and the little baby plants just make me so happy. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you'll leave me a comment. And if you like this sort of stuff, I hope you'll subscribe, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and maybe share it on your social media.